is the 3 p.m. Takeover, Radio Northern Beach's only drive home show.
Keep it right here for a whole hour of fresh hits and entertainment for your Wednesday afternoon.
Here we go.
Hit it. Welcome to the 3 p.m. Takeover. We are so excited to be here with you. It is our third last show, which is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe it.
I know, it's come so quickly and I'm so sad and I don't know, I have a lot of feelings.
I know, it's all a bit of a mix up, but we are going to talk about that coming up on the show this afternoon. We'll be running you through what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks while we wrap up the show. And we're actually going to be talking a lot about the beaches today, which is really, really cool. We're going to be running through some events that are going to be coming up, and then we're going to talk a little bit about housing, which sounds boring, but it won't be. So
do you promise?
Stick around. I promise.
It really does sound boring.
No, I promise.
First of all, guys, we are going to zoom really far away from the beaches, and I'm talking about space.
Whoa.
So first off, we're going to stop off at the moon. If you guys didn't realise, last Friday, I believe, if my memory serves, was the 48th anniversary of man landing on the moon.
Woohoo.
Which is exciting. It's doubly exciting because if you know your space history / Australian history, you know that the images of Neil Armstrong actually walking on the moon were beamed back to parks in Australia and then beamed out to the world, the television footage, because the moon was facing us at that time.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I've been there, which is really cool. But in recent space news, I came across this really cool article that NASA put out. So I follow NASA on Facebook, as I think everyone should, because they have the best Facebook. And for the last little while, they have been observing and recording the radio waves that come off of basically electrons as they come through the atmosphere. And they sound really cool. They have a SoundCloud. NASA has a SoundCloud.
What of spacey noises?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really cool. So
we also have a SoundCloud.
This is true. Ours are not of spacey noises though, unfortunately. So we'll post the link for you guys to listen to all of them. But the one that I think I like the most sounds like frogs in space.
Is that even a noise?
Yes, and when I play it for you, we're going to play it on here. You will understand why. So let me explain what it is actually first. So when lightning strikes the ground, the discharge of that electrical energy bounces back out into our, a thing called a plasmasphere, which is it's outside the Earth, but it's still close enough that it has the gravitational pull. And so these the discharge that comes off lightning will sort of bounce from the North Pole back up to the South Pole and up and down and up and down, and you can hear it. They have captured the noise, and I have the noise for us, and I'm going to play it now, and I want you to be amazed by it. Are you ready to be amazed?
I am ready.
Okay. That is lightning. Isn't that the weirdest thing ever?
It sounds like a noise I know, but I can't think what.
It sounds like space lasers, pew, 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 pew,
yeah,
pew, pew.
It sounds a bit like galactic sort of Star Wars type.
And it's very
sounds.
it sounds like it's a sci-fi movie soundtrack noise.
Yeah.
And another one is
But that's good to know that sci-fi movie noises are realistic.
Exactly. So next time you watch a sci-fi movie, be like, I know that's true. That's just
That is
the electrical discharge of lightning bouncing around the plasmasphere, obviously. And this is another one. This is to do with the chorus waves. So when the magnetic fields of the Earth disrupt the way the electrons or the plasma waves of electrons they'll crash into each other. It's the way they interact with each other in the different atmospheres of Earth. And so this one, I think, sounds like frogs.
Yeah, it sounds like when you walk through an outdoor nature park and you can't see the animals, but you know they're there because you hear them.
It's like the
it's
swampy
those
noises.
kind of weird swamp noises,
like space swamp.
Yeah,
yeah. Anyways, that's my that I got very hyped for it. So we'll post the links to the SoundCloud and the article all about it, so you can actually read what you're listening to. But it's so cool, space frogs and space laser noises, which is actually lightning. It got me very excited.
That is actually pretty cool.
So if you guys are as nerdy as I am about space, I may have taken a course on it at uni as well because I liked it so much. This kind of stuff's really exciting, and the fact that we're 2 years away from 50 years from man landing on the moon is insane.
And think there are so many things we still can't do. We did that 50 years ago.
That's true. I mean, like, there are still teapots
Crazy.
that can't pour right, so dribble everywhere. But in
This
saying
is
that,
true.
but whenever you learn about those, like the technology that got those people up there, they always say that it's like the calculator you have for year 12, like, has more technology in it than a lot of the rockets that made it, like, into space. So
Yeah.
it's pretty insane. Very cool.
I did not utilize my calculator to any of its potential.
No, that's true. I didn't get to space with my calculator. Did you ever see Hidden Figures?
Yes.
Yeah, that was also one of those things where you're just like,
That's such a good movie. I think we talked about that on the show.
I think so,
it's
yeah.
really good.
When you learn that, like, the word computer actually meant, like, a person that did all the mathematical sums. And you're like, there's a thing before the thing that sits on my lap and I watch YouTube with? What?
Yep.
That got people to space. Anyway, we're going to zoom back in to Sydney and the Northern Beaches and all that after this song. We have some Lord coming up. This is Homemade Dynamite. Enjoy, guys. We'll catch you after this.
Lord, Homemade Dynamite on the 3 p.m. Takeover. You're listening to Radio Northern Beaches 88.7 and 90.3. You're listening to Hope and Victoria. It is Wednesday afternoon and we need to talk about something that is a little bit sad.
Yeah, it's kind of been hard to be in this studio because there's a huge elephant in the room squishing up all the space, something we have to address, and that is
that the show is officially ending on the 9th of August, which is 2 weeks from today,
oh my goodness.
which is so scary.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to say goodbye. This show's become like our baby.
I know, it's really weird. But I guess you're not quite saying goodbye because there's a retakeover on the 11th.
That's true.
So, you know, it's fine.
It's never truly goodbye with the retakeover.
It's not. But anyway, fasten your seatbelts because the next 2 weeks are going to be huge. Coming up next week, we have our August special and we have decided on what we're going to do. It is themed to the reason why we are ending the show. So, Victoria, do you want to reveal our special for next week, our very last special?
I do, and I think it's a really perfect fitting. I try to remember my words. It's a very fitting theme. We're gonna have a UK special.
Woohoo!
We're talking songs about things British, songs by British people. I don't know. Maybe we'll eat tea and scones. I don't know.
Eat tea?
Yeah, look, again, I said it came out. I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about the fact that we're finishing. All my words are getting muddled.
know. It's a little bit sad, but
We're going to eat tea and drink scones just like they do in jolly old England.
we are going to have a UK special and it's going to be really exciting. Like Victoria said, lots of music from really great UK artists.
More like we're playing God Save the Queen 6 times. So I'm kidding.
We could do that too. But we are going to talk all things UK. We are going to get Victoria ready for her imminent departure.
Why does that sound like there's going to be a quiz coming?
There'll be tests at various levels of difficulty.
We're just going to straight up do the citizenship test.
as the show progresses. No, not really. But it will be a lot of fun. And then the week after that, which is the 9th of August, is going to be our grand finale show. And
Our farewell.
yeah, that is our farewell. And a lot of what's going to be going on that show is really open to be chosen by you guys. So if anyone has any music that they want played or anything that they want discussed, we can do it. We have 2 weeks to finish planning and we might have a couple of surprises lined up for it. So make sure that you stay tuned to our Facebook page so that you hear more about it.
Yeah, and guys, if a little part of you's like, it's not going to be a farewell without them playing So Long Farewell from The Sound of Music, I 100% agree with you. And please, if everyone could just request that so I could get through to hope that we need to play that song, I would really appreciate that. That's all I want. I've been waiting 2 years so we can play that song on air.
That would be the only thing. That's the only thing more depressing than the fact we're leaving would be leaving playing that song.
No, it's the only way to go.
My gosh. But anyway, guys, make sure you stay tuned. Don't get sad yet. It's going to be an amazing 2 weeks. We've got the rest of the show. Stick around. We're going to be talking about the beach stuff after this. We're going to fill you in on a whole host of really cool things that you can do over the next few weeks without even having to leave the peninsula, which is awesome. And coming up now, we have music from another One Directioner gone solo.
Well, they've all technically gone solo, haven't they?
I was going to say One Direction Gone Wild, and I was like, that makes it sound a bit dodgy.
It's like Girls Gone Wild with the music.
It's not Gone Wild. They've just gone solo.
No, this is our third or fourth one we've played?
We've now ticked off all of them.
Oh, we got bingo.
Yep.
Guys, we have bingo. This is Just Hold On with Louis Tomlinson. Enjoy. We'll catch you after this. Welcome back. This is the 3 p.m. Takeover with Hope and Victoria. That was Just Hold On by Louis Tomlinson and Steve Aoki. That's a pretty great song. It's not super new, but I like it because it's great. And we officially have bingo of the X1D guys. So go us.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it's not all about the super new songs.
That's true.
It's about a mash on this show.
Gotta love a good mash. Although our first song,
everything.
Believer by Imagine Dragons, that's very new, isn't it?
No.
I believe it's
old.
No, it's from their new album, isn't it?
I feel like I've known about this song for ages.
I'm super uncool and I don't have premium Spotify, so I keep getting all the ads for it, and normally they only have like ads for songs when they're new. So I'm going to say it's new, and we'll fact check in the next song.
Anyway,
off topic, shockingly. How does that ever happen with us?
Off topic. Talking about the beaches, realestate.com recently as in last week.
Okay, that's more recent than any of our songs.
It's really recent. Some new data on the average median house price of properties around the whole of the state. And there was this really interesting write-up about French's Forest because there's this couple, right, and they're in their early 30s, and they bought a house in French's Forest 4 years ago. It's just a 3-bedroom wooden house, so like nothing amazing. And they bought it for $880,000 4 years ago, and they just sold it for more than $2 million.
What?
In a 4-year turnaround, and all they did was like update the kitchen and the bathroom, and it's just a wooden 3-bedroom house in French's Forest.
Oh my goodness.
And it fetched in this insane price, and the story went viral because it was such a big deal because it was so much higher than the median house price in French's Forest, which is only 1.6. And
Only?
Well, yeah.
Like any of us could actually afford that.
Because there was all this discussion then that actually house prices on the beaches are massively low compared to what they used to be. It's really amazing. So quite a few, like sort of 5 to 10 years ago, we had 10 suburbs on the northern beaches that had a median house price of above 4 million. And now we don't have any.
Oh.
We don't have any. There has been a slide.
So the northern beaches is now quote unquote affordable.
It is. There are actually only 2 suburbs that even have an average price over 3 million.
That's still more money than I think I'll ever have to be able to to even think. I can't even look at I can't afford to look at those houses.
True, but like it's crazy because it's taken a big slump. It's cheaper to buy in a lot of places on the beaches now than it is to buy in the inner west and the inner south.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's a lot cheaper than a lot of suburbs, which is really
That's crazy.
a great thing if you want to buy a house right now.
Oh, it's great, but it's crazy.
But it is so crazy. I guess it's just how things work and with transport and different ways that cities move and where people live. But I have a few stats, and what is extra amazing is how suburbs that can be right next to each other
Have completely
can
different
have
prices.
completely different prices.
Well,
So-
you've always said that like Belrose and Davidson are basically like Siamese twins. They're attached because of all the streets. But the price difference is astronomical between those two.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, it's not as much now.
Oh.
It used to be, but it was. But for example,
Your precious Davidson is lowering its standards, Hope.
No, it's gone up.
Ah, I was wrong.
No, I think Belrose has gone up.
Yes.
So the average house price in Davidson now is 1.59 million. Mm-hmm. And in Belrose it's 1.56. So they're quite close.
Getting closer.
Whereas it used to be quite a big difference. But what's interesting is if we think about your area now. Okay, so the average house price in Balgowlah is 2.03 million.
Oh my goodness.
And in North
not
Balgowlah,
surprising.
it's 2.05 million. And they're right next to each other when you look at a long up and down list. But way, way, way up at the top, actually the 6th most expensive suburb at 2.66 million average is Balgowlah Heights.
Oh.
Right up the top.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
But you know what sucks? So many less buses going to Balgowlah Heights and North Balgowlah.
Yet Such expensive property.
But they normally do that, like the less public transport to a place, like the more expensive the houses are.
Which is so odd because proximity to transport is such a big indicator.
But I guess it means if you can afford the house, you can like afford to drive yourself places. That's how I always
this is true.
imagine it. I don't know.
But anyway.
That is really weird because those three suburbs are like you know turn left instead of right off a street and like whoops, I'm in a different suburb.
And you're basically like the same.
Yeah.
So do you want to hear the big winners and the losers?
I always do.
Okay, what do you want first, winners or losers?
I always like getting bad news first and then getting the good news to cheer me up. So let's hit the losers.
Okay, when we say losers, still...
They're still like above $1 million.
There is one suburb on the Northern Beaches that has a house price of under $1 million.
Oh my goodness, can I guess it? Can you give me some clues?
Okay, hardly anybody lives there.
This is like testing my
It's in the north half of the beaches. It's very difficult to get to.
Oh my gosh, is it Bilgola? No, they have a high thingo.
It's difficult to get to.
I feel like this is testing my suburb focus. Is it one of the ones, it's like Wheeler Heights? Is it one of the ones I forgot existed? Is it one of the ones that I always forget exists?
No, it's even weirder.
Okay, I'm not going to guess it. Just give it to me.
It's Scotland Island.
Oh!
Because of it being an island, has a median house price of $890,000.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I would have guessed that to be much higher.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But when you have to get a boat to even go to the shops, I guess it's difficult.
True.
But there we go. And
again, oh no, that's the opposite of what I was saying of like when public transport is lower.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, to get out to to get to the jetty, there's no buses that go there.
This is true.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then one up from that with a price of 1.48 is Narrowena, which is not surprising because of it being old housing commission area.
Narroweena's a really nice area though.
Yeah.
I quite like it.
I don't mind it. That's fine. If you live in Narrowena,
am I thinking
good
of Narrabeen?
I don't know. They're different suburbs. Are you thinking of Narrabeen?
Probably.
Or are you thinking of Narrowena?
I don't know. I think I like both. I don't know.
There we go.
I didn't know that Wheeler Heights existed until we did Summer Focus last year.
Wheeler Heights is a bit weird.
Oh, goodness me.
Okay, and then on 1.5 million, the next four lowest are Brookvale, Beacon Hill, Cromer, and North Narrabeen.
They're all quite close.
They are. And it's interesting, though, because while North Narrabeen is there, Narrabeen is way up, number 10 on the list, with an average house price of $2.25 million.
Wow. Again, like Bargalla and North Bargalla.
Yep.
Bargalla and Bargalla Heights, rather.
Yeah. Whereas
strange.
literally one street away in North Narrabeen, you could buy a house $1 million cheaper.
It's like when you're going to the theatre and you can't afford the really best price seats, so you get the row that's like the start of the bad seats.
And
so
it's the same, basically?
Yeah. You basically have the view that the worst best seats have, but you're paying the lower price. That's what I always do.
Because, of course,
when I
you've
go to
got to,
shows.
cut the line somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. So
It's
you
so
may
crazy.
as well be rubbing shoulders with the fancy people.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to hear about our top 5 suburbs?
I do. Let's bring on the winners.
Okay, the most expensive one.
I can assume. I'm going to assume it's up near Palm Beach. It's going to be Avalon or Bilgola or Whale Beach or something.
Okay, we'll start with talking about Avalon. Avalon has seen the biggest slide of any suburb in Sydney.
Really?
So Avalon, which used to have...
People are finally realising that it's actually really far away and hard to get to.
Avalon, which had an average house price of $4 million a few years ago, is now at an extremely modest 1.64.
Whoa.
If
That's
you've ever wanted to buy
insane.
one of those waterfront 5-bedroom mansions in Avalon, now is the time.
If you're really keen on Avalon Cinema, they show so many of the greatest blockbusters.
Oh, I have good memories of those movies.
Don't get me wrong, every movie I've seen there I've really enjoyed, but they never have the most recent blockbusters.
This is true. Wow, you'd have to go all the way to the mall.
Yeah, oh gosh.
It's a while. The most expensive
Or just go
suburb
surfing.
to live in on the Northern Beaches with a median price of $3.3 million is Whale Beach.
I was right.
Which is a beautiful suburb. It's
It
a
is.
shame that you are literally so far from everything.
But if you're like a part of the on-location crew for Home and Away, you're very close to work.
If you had your own business,
yes.
that's fine. Following after that is a suburb that I would dearly love to live in one day. I don't know if I'll ever have the money to.
Is it Bilgola? You love that beach.
No, I don't. $3.1 million right down the opposite end is Clontarf.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but there's like no street parking.
But it's proximity to the
all on
city
a hill.
too. It's like proximity to everything.
True. Oh my
You
goodness,
can see like all the beaches out your left window and the harbour bridge out your right window.
Yeah, true.
Kind of the best place ever. Third is Manly.
Woo!
Just under 3 million, 2.93.
Not surprising.
Followed by Queenscliff, 2.7. And Palm
Queenscliff.
Beach, also 2.7.
So kind of like the two like endy bits of the beaches.
Yeah. Manly and Palm Beach are still kind of where it's at.
Yeah. That's not surprising, to be honest. Manly's always been expensive and Palm Beach has always been expensive. And I
Yeah.
doubt that will change very much in the next 10 years. We'll come back for like a 10-year reunion takeover special just to look at house prices.
Maybe they'll be back to 4 million.
Maybe.
Just 4 million by then.
Yeah.
Not 0.4 million. I don't think it's ever going to get that
Can you imagine?
low.
Oh my goodness. If I could think about affording a house when it was that low. Oh goodness, guys! Let us know if that shocked you. I would be surprised if anyone was not shocked by the Avalon price. That's insane.
And also, if you sold that French's Forest house, if you're that lucky couple, tell us your secrets.
Yeah, and also like congrats.
Because that's crazy.
So did they
Crazy
like?
news.
Maybe they moved up. Maybe they're taking advantage of the Avalon slump, and they're like, we're gonna buy up big in Avalon. If so,
Probably.
I hope you guys enjoy the cinema there. Here's some more music now, guys. This is Delta Goodrem with The River, and then after that, we're gonna hear some Coldplay. All that I can think about is you.
Welcome back. That was brand new Coldplay. All I can think about is you from their brand new EP, which just came out 2 weeks ago. If you haven't heard it, you should check it out. We've been playing a couple of their new songs recently, and they're really good. They're just really Coldplay.
Yeah, shockingly. I like Coldplay, but I feel like you could hear a song and go, oh, that's Coldplay. Like,
Yeah.
they're great, but then they'll change their sound and everyone gets really annoyed that they changed their sound, but then they go back to normal and everyone's like complaining that their songs sound normal again. It's like, poor Coldplay can't please anyone.
Also, it's really difficult when like they've released so many songs for
Yeah.
them to not just all sound the same after a while.
Yeah, no. And like, it's like bands like Bastille. I love Bastille, but there's definitely, they have a sound. You can always pick
Yes.
a Bastille song and
Yeah.
no one's ever angry about that. So anyway.
True.
But I like that they release new music. Good on them. Some bands take forever between albums, so they write and produce a lot, like a consistent amount of music, which is great.
But then sometimes it doesn't matter. Like we were talking about Lorde. She just released her new album 4 years after her first one. 4 years is an
True.
exceptionally long time. And her fan base are like back to attention.
Yeah. They were never off. Like she's
Yeah.
been, it's not like she disappeared either. To be fair, didn't she like, she released her first album, didn't she like then go back and like finish high school or something?
Yeah, she was finishing school.
She was busy. She had stuff to do. Like, you know,
Homework.
get an education.
Math assignments.
Yeah. Can you imagine Big Lord be like, I'm just going to go tour like some amazing, you know, show and then be like, oh, I have homework I forgot about.
Oh yeah, math homework. Whoops.
I have to study for that chemistry exam. Like, that'd be so weird. Imagine if you were in her, like, you know, HSE music class. You'd be like, I'm in class with Lord. How do I compete with that?
Yeah, true.
Anyway, but
goodness.
we're going to zoom back into the beaches. So if you guys were with us in the previous segment, we were talking about property prices on the northern beaches and how they've risen and fallen in the last couple of years. And by couple of years, I mean like decade. And it was quite surprising, and especially Avalon, which I'm not going to tell you about. If you missed it, you can listen on Friday on the Retakeover, or you can catch up on Mixcloud and Soundcloud and hear all about the price rise or fall, suspense, of Avalon and other suburbs. But now we're going to zoom in on some activities and things happening on the beaches. Tell us more about it.
Okay, so since we are kind of wrapping up, well, not kind of, we are actually wrapping up the show in a few weeks, we thought that we would talk a little bit about the beaches while we still have time in our limited agenda. And there are a couple of quite cool events that are coming up. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when you think of something to do on the weekend, you'll sort of pick the city, or you'll pick sort of like a really exotic thing, or you'll take like a day drive or something. And sometimes you forget that there are really cool events that happen just like on your doorstep and you don't even think about it.
Oh, I completely forget until like I'll see something in like the Manly Daily and I'm like, oh, that was a thing that happened like a couple of blocks from where I live. I could have gone to it.
Yeah, and you think to yourself, damn, I would have gone to that. But
Yeah.
I just like it wasn't organised with myself.
But thankfully, guys, we got you back. We got you covered. We're going to tell you about all the upcoming events and things, and you can get there and not be one of the people like us being like, oh, I miss it. You can be like, yeah, I was there. Get your photo in the Manly Daily, guys.
I was going to say, let us be your Manly Daily. We will tell you what is going on.
We'll be Womanly Daily because we're ladies.
Lady Daily.
Lady Daily. Okay, keep going.
Too good.
I love that. Lady Daily, here we go.
Wow. All right. So the first one, which I think is quite cool because I entered it once. If you are a youth or if you have a youth-aged child, the Northern Beaches Young Riders.
What did you say? Youth?
I don't know.
A youth?
It's a weird word.
It is.
Okay, the Northern Beaches Young Riders competition is open now. It's open until the 2nd of August. So you've only got like 6 more days if you want to get in. You can get involved by going to their website and checking out what to do. But it's a really cool idea. I think you can do poetry and you can do short stories. And
did you win?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
At least if I did, I don't remember. It's been a while.
I mean, it's just like, well, you win one and they all sort of merge into one.
They all just
My trophy shelf is so full. Continue.
Not when it comes to young riders competitions in local areas, for sure. Okay. Also, kind of on the same field as that, the Northern Beaches Art Prize is coming up. And if you have never been to see that, man, people in this area can produce some amazing art. You should definitely get and see it. It's going to be held at the Creative Space in North Kelkel from the 11th to the 20th of August. And it's a really, really, really cool collection of all artworks from the local area, and also incorporates a bit of a competition of when they do art from like rubbish.
Yes.
And that kind of thing. Recyclable art.
Yes, it has a word and I can't remember the word.
I think it's like it might be recyclable art or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, they also incorporate that, which I just think is so cool. I love anything that you can do with nothing. It's like when you have you ever seen recyclable music?
Sorry, I'm really distracted trying to I learnt this in high school and trying to think of the word now.
But you can do the same thing.
It's French. Anyway, it's like fromage or something. It's like rubbish reusing.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway,
but you can do it. You can do it with music as well, and it's really cool. Like when you make music out of just like empty tins and different things. It's really cool.
That's cool.
So that's the Northern Beaches Art Prize in North Kelkel, 11th to the 20th of August. If you feel like getting a bit active, on the 27th of August, Victoria doesn't feel like getting active.
Yeah, there's that buzzword that I usually run away from, ironically.
But it has a reward. The Pub to Pub Charity Fun Run.
Oh, I'm listening.
Is on, starting from DY Surf Life 7 Club on the 27th of August. It's a really fun initiative. You can raise money. You end up in the pub at the end of the day. It's not that bad. It's worth doing the run just for that.
That's nice.
So if you like to get fit, I definitely recommend that. Yeah. And coming up as well, if you register online, it's not coming up, but getting organised for it is coming up. The Bloody Long Walk is happening again soon, which is where you walk all the way from Palm Beach to Manly.
Oh.
And it takes like 15 hours or something.
Palm Beach to Manly. Oh my gosh. I'm tired just thinking about that.
But you can raise like so much money. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think people do it to practice for the Oxfam.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's like a practice one, but that's a really good one too.
Yeah, the Oxfam one is like next level.
Yeah, and also like when are you going to ever walk from Palm Beach to Manly otherwise? You pass every beach. It's really, really cool.
And then you can say that you've done it.
Yeah.
So it's cool things someone might bring up like, oh yeah, I've done that. Like, what?
Actually, I have walked through every suburb on
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Do your own like intensive suburb focus walking through every single one.
In a row.
Yeah.
If you are more into just eating, the Taste of the Beaches Food Festival is also happening on
That
the
sounds
27th
good.
of August.
If you do the walk, guys, you'll be really hungry at the end, and then you can go
You will.
to the food festival.
It's the same day. So
Perfect.
that is taking place in, I can never say this, I really hate saying it, Winneraremby Bay or Winneraremmy Bay in Mona Vale. The Taste of the Beaches Food Festival. It's really cool. There's like market stalls and food and music and lots of really, really cool things. So make sure you check that out.
And really good food.
And really good food. If you want to learn to make food and you are of the male gender, there is the Forest Men's Kitchen Day
Ladies.
in Forestville.
Ladies, do that thing in that Monty Python movie and buy yourself a fake beard.
Yes.
I'm sure no one will notice that it's fake.
That is happening this Friday at 11:30 a.m. For men, they can get together at the Forestville Youth Centre and they can practice their cooking skills.
That's awesome.
Which is really, really cool. It's like a men being in the kitchen initiative thing, which is really cool.
Nice.
Now, if you are into getting a bit of a bargain, if you are like a vintage shopper, that kind of thing, the massive and very cool Avalon car boot sale is happening. Dunbar Oval this Saturday, 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. It is like the Glebe Market's gone crazy, but out of car boots.
Amazing.
And it's really cool. So if you are up in Avalon, maybe like buying a cheap property,
Go to the cinema.
going to the cinema, you can also go to the car boot sale.
And if you want to practice for the Palm Beach to Manly walk, you can walk from wherever you are to Avalon. And you'll be like, oh, I just have to do this in reverse. It's fine.
That's true.
Although by the time you actually get there, you probably have to get up very early to get there. Like to make it on time for the... You get there and be like, oh, there's no more... everything's solved.
Anyway, the last couple of things I wanted to mention just really, really quickly because I think it's so cool to celebrate talent in the local area. Theatre things.
Yes.
Okay, so on the 19th of August at 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m, the Manly Musical Society is putting on Broadway on the Beaches
Ooh.
at the Star of the Sea Theatre in Manly, which is like a mashup of different
That's a nice theatre.
melodies and things like that. And I am so excited for this because it's one of my favourite musicals. In December, from the 8th to the 16th, the Manly Musical Society is putting on Wicked at Glen Street Theatre.
Oh, I do love Wicked.
And it is going to be awesome. So think about that in your head. Maybe check them out at Broadway on the Beaches, and then you might want to get yourself a ticket to Wicked later in the year.
Yeah, you can like audition them. How good are they? They're going to be able to nail those high notes in Wicked.
I know.
And then if they please your ears in August, you can head on over in December and hear those wonderful singers again.
How good is community theatre?
It's awesome. We've gone to a couple of things together.
We have, in Manly.
Yes, at
as it were.
the Star of the Sea. That's actually a really lovely theatre.
Yeah, so we've been to a couple of things that were put on by the Factory Space Theatre Company.
Yes, good memory. I was like, the local place.
Thank you. Okay, stick with us. We are kind of getting towards the end of the show. Coming up right after this, we're going to talk about Quote of the Week and we're going to wrap up, so don't miss it. This is Compass by Forever in Your Mind.
You're listening to the 3 p.m. Takeover with Hope and Victoria. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hope you had a great one. Hope your Wednesday has been absolutely swell. And unfortunately, we're right at the end of it. But one segment I do thoroughly enjoy that we do every week is Quote of the Week. And this week, a Madam Quote. I'm going to miss Madam Quote.
I know.
Oh.
It is me this week. Yeah. And because...
Hit us with some wisdom.
So because we talked about NASA...
Yes.
As it is only a few days past the anniversary of the first moon landing, I have a space-inspired quote.
I'm very excited. Is it okay? I haven't seen it, but if it's shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. If it's that,
it's not.
I am vetoing you from ever again being Madam Quote.
I don't like that quote.
Good.
It's almost as bad as the one that goes something like, "Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there's footprints on the moon," or something.
Oh God, that's really bad. Well, you know what quote came to mind before earlier when we were talking about it being one of our last shows is that annoying quote. It's like, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.
I know, and you're like, that doesn't make it any better.
Yep. You're like, oh, I feel so much better now, thanks.
Okay, there's this really, talking of that quote though, I watched on TV, Buzz Aldrin did a speech once. I think he was opening like a centre of learning at a university. And he was like, remember students, the sky's the limit. Haha, not for me.
Amazing. That's the best.
It was really funny.
That's why we let him on the moon, because he has great lines to come off it.
because he said that.
Amazing.
Okay, are you ready for the quote?
Yes.
Here it is. It's from Carl Sagan.
Oh, yes. Very sciencey. Very spacey.
And the quote is, somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known.
Oh, that's really good. That's so much better than all the cliche ones we were just throwing out there. That's really good. I like that one. That is a great quote. It fits in perfectly with our space somewhat theme for the week.
And it also fits in a bit with like the mysticalness of your unknown future when you go and relocate to the UK.
I don't like.
There you go.
I do not like the phrase "unknown future." What have you just said?
But it's so exciting.
But that sounds really like, I don't know, dark and scary.
No, because the quote showed a big picture of stars and nice things.
Oh, that it's okay.
Yeah.
But yes, guys, if you haven't heard, I am moving over to the UK in my big, scary next leap of life, I guess. But before that happens, we have 2 more shows, 2 more amazing shows. So do not miss them. If you missed today's show for some reason, don't worry. It's going to be on SoundCloud. It's going to be on Mixcloud. You can catch up on Friday for the retakeover, and we're going to catch you next week for our UK special. So you have a couple of days to send in suggestions of songs and segments and anything you want us to talk about. Otherwise, have a great rest of the week, and we'll catch you on Friday for the retakeover and next week for a brand new show, guys. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.